Hello everyone, this is Fine from Awesome Tech Gaming Pro. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the TCL QM8 TV. If you want a big TV with an excellent picture but you don't want to spend a fortune, the TCL QM8 belongs at the top of your list. If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Tech Gaming Villa where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater. You can check and subscribe. This TV is even better than the best TV for the money. It delivers superior brightness and contrast, and it manages to keep the price pretty much the same. As long as your size bracket is 65-inch or bigger and your price range is not an OLED, this is the peak for you. On the other hand, if you need a 55-inch size instead, you should go for the Hisense U8K like this TCL. It's also a Google TV that offers superb image quality and mini LED technology for a price that's much lower than you'd pay for an equivalent fidelity on a Samsung or Sony. The TCL QM8 and Hisense U8K side by side in the TV, which is very good. I give the slight edge overall to the brighter, more contrasty on TCL than the Hisense U8K. With two TVs disclosed in picture quality and features, the tiebreaker for me comes down to the price. If the Hisense U8K is available for significantly less than the TCL QM8 at the time, the two are just that close, and if you are wondering how much more you will need to spend to get an even better picture, you can choose LG TV, OLED TV, perform better than the TCL, also costs a lot more. The TCL QM8 sits at the top of TCL's 2023 TV lineup. The less expensive Q7 and Q6 series lack mini LED backlights and don't get as bright as the QM8 series. And if you happen to be in the market for a 100-inch TV, it's worth nothing that the 98-inch TCL QM8 costs more than $10,000 at the time of, and 100-inch Hisense U8K costs around $4,000 US, which is an advantage. The TCL QM8 isn't as sleek as high-end Samsung, but I prefer its look and feel to that of the Hisense. The first thing I appreciate is the central pedestal stand, which I like better than the two legs to either side look. This gives you two different height choices with the stand as well, so you can better fit a soundbar below the screen if you like. Note that unlike the LCD OLED, this TV is quite heavy as usual for an LED LCD with the complex backlight. The remote of this TV is a long, thin one that looks nicer than you will see on most budget TVs. And I appreciate the backlit keys. That said, it suffers from a level of button clutter that makes it more confusing than Samsung or Roku TV clickers. There are two different menu buttons, one gear shift and another hamburger. Dedicated profile key for some reason, and no fewer than 7 shortcut keys to streaming services, including the TCL channel that I had to Google just now to find out what it was. I'm willing to bet that key won't wear out. The Google TV operating system is good, it just isn't as good as Roku and until 2023. TCL has been using Roku TV in its flagship mini LED models like the 6 series. The company made the switch to Google in the QM8 and other 2023 sets to have more control over features and updates according to TCL. Google TV offers excellent voice results thanks to Google Assistant, along with a well-implemented Kids Profile mode and parental controls, tight integration with Google Apps, and more apps overall than proprietary systems like Samsung and LG. Thanks to the Google Play Store, Roku is simpler to use in my experience, however, and its search results are better than Google TV's. The TCL QM8 Google TV system, the responses were quick enough, just as speedy as on the Hisense U8K. As usual with Google, I didn't love the large chunk of space that at the top devoted to promotions of shows and movies on various services. I also wish the continue watching row was higher up rather than placed below the top picks for you and apps rows. There were lots of suggestions across various apps, but there's still plenty of content I didn't care about. Ultimately, TCL's choice of Google over Roku isn't a deal breaker, in part because there's an easy and inexpensive solution if you want to use Roku's system on the QM8 anyway. Just attach a Roku streaming device and use it instead of Google TV. Let's talk about this TCL QM8 features. Actually, Mini LED maxes brightness and dimming. The big difference between the TCL QM8 and cheaper LCD-based TVs is its Mini LED backlight. Mini LEDs are priced smaller than standard LEDs, allowing them to group into more local dimming zones. Full array local dimming, in turn, is the best way to improve picture quality on LCD TVs. It allows the screen to dim and brighten different areas simultaneously. Smaller areas or more dimming zones mean more precise illumination, which ultimately increases contrast, the most important ingredient in a good picture, but they are not the only factor. The TCL QM8 has a true 120Hz refresh rate, which leads to better motion performance than 60Hz TVs. Like most TVs in its class today, the 6 series uses quantum dots that help improve color compared with non-QD equipped TVs, and of course it supports both Dolby Vision and H810 high dynamic range formats. These days, basically the only manufacturer that doesn't is Samsung. The QM8 also adds Dolby Vision IQ, which works with an ambient light sensor to automatically adjust the picture. This TV has 4 HDMI inputs, one 4K 144 Hz, one 4K 120 Hz, one with eARC, and other two is HDMI 2.0. It has analog composite AV input, USB port 2.0, Ethernet wired internet, headphone jack, optical digital output, and RF antenna input. The biggest step up in connections compared with the earlier TCL 6 series Roku TVs is the ability to accept 4K 120 Hz input signals from an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. For example, the TV is actually capable of 144 Hz input according to TCL, but that extra bit of refresh isn't a big deal and is available only on select PC cards. Other gaming extras are part for the mid-range TV course, namely VRR or variable refresh rate and auto low latency gaming mode. One of the inputs also supports eARC. One more feature to file under not a big deal is the QM8's lack of built-in ATSC 3.0 over-the-air tuner for next-gen TV broadcasts, something found on competing TVs, including the Hisense U8K. Those broadcasts are taking a while to actually arrive, and once they do, you will be able to adjust an external tuner to watch them if you want. Let's talk about its picture quality. The 65-inch Hisense U8K and TCL QM8, which costs about the same, and the LG OLED C3, which costs significantly more. I didn't include other models in the lineup this time, but I can say the image quality of the TCL QM8 is significantly better, brighter, with better color and contrast than the Roku TV Plus series, Amazon's Fat TV Omni QLED, and Vizio MQX, and a bit better than last year's TCL Q series and Hisense U8K. Contrast is the difference between the brightest whites and darkest blacks. Is the most important contributor to TV image quality. This TCL TV is an absolute contrast beast. Spears and mounts in 4K Blu-ray. The TCL QM8 delivered visibly brighter highlights than even the Hisense, despite their similar light output measurement, and matched it with a depth of black that was as close to LED perfection as I've seen on any LED LCD based TVs. So finally, I am to say this TCL QM8 is fantastic TV for movie watching and for gaming. So what's your thought about this TCL QM8 TV? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.